In our 8th episode, we were witness to a remarkable event. A tree's shadow that remained stationary, challenging the sun's apparent movement across the sky. This unchanging shade provided sanctuary to a young Siddhartha engrossed in meditation. While King Shuddhodana was deeply impressed by his young son's meditative achievements, his return to the palace left him with a sense of unease. He harbored no wish to witness his gifted son engaged in meditation once more. Instead, he sought to keep Siddhartha engaged in joyful pursuits. To this end, he sought counsel from his advisors, who suggested that children of Siddhartha's age found great enjoyment in playing with water. With this insight, a plan was set into action. Without King Shuddhodana's awareness, the divine realms were already keeping a vigilant eye on Siddhartha. Saka, the Deva king of Traya's Trimsa heaven, had been closely monitoring Siddhartha's life from the moment of his birth. Without delay, Saka instructed Visukarma Deva, the deity of craftsmanship and architecture, to fashion a magnificent pool for Siddhartha's amusement. Visukarma Deva created the pool miraculously. The next morning, when everyone encountered this stunning pool, their astonishment knew no bounds. In this way, Siddhartha found himself once more engrossed in the delights of his childhood. Even within the confines of his privileged upbringing, Siddhartha stood out as an extraordinary child. His diligence and intelligence were evident, and his exceptional academic accomplishments earned him the respect and admiration of both his teachers and the general populace. All eyes were eagerly set on the future, anticipating the day when the prodigious Siddhartha would assume the role of a wise and benevolent king. Siddhartha's genuine greatness shone through his kindness and humility. He treated all individuals with fairness and without regard for their social standing. A practice that was truly exceptional and unconventional in ancient India, where social discrimination prevailed, and it was unheard of for royalty to refer to their servant's child as a friend. Surprisingly, Siddhartha's closest childhood companion was Channa, the son of a charioteer, a friendship that challenged the established norms of the time. This capacity to extend equal kindness and compassion to all, regardless of their background, is recognized in Buddhism as equanimity. As children grow, time seems to pass swiftly, and before one knew it, Siddhartha had transitioned from his early childhood to his early teenage years. Like his fellow Shakya nobles, Siddhartha commenced his training in various disciplines, including horsemanship, swordsmanship, and archery. His remarkable strength and agility set him apart from the rest. One particular day, Siddhartha, having completed his archery lesson, was taking a leisurely walk within the palace grounds alongside his cousin, Devadatta. Devadatta's attention was suddenly drawn to a swan in mid-flight, prompting him to swiftly take aim and release his arrow. The arrow struck the swan, causing it to descend from the sky. The two young boys hurried towards the injured bird, but Siddhartha, with his swiftness, arrived at the wounded creature first. To his delight, He discovered that the swan was still alive, and without hesitation, he took the bird under his care. Devadatta insisted that Siddhartha return the bird to him, intending to use it as a target to practice once more. However, Siddhartha was resolute in his determination to nurse the swan back to health and firmly declined Devadatta's request. With their differences unresolved, Siddhartha suggested that they turn to the wisdom of a sage for a judgment on the matter. Devadatta was certain that the swan belonged to him, considering that he was the one who had hunted it and brought it down from the sky. As a result, he readily accepted Siddhartha's proposal to seek the sage's judgment. Upon hearing the case, the royal sage delivered a wise judgment, proclaiming, "A life belongs to the one who endeavors to save it, not to the one who seeks to destroy it." As a result, Siddhartha was acknowledged as the one who had succeeded in saving the swan's life. That concludes the account of Siddhartha's early years. Does Siddhartha's character leave you with a sense of admiration? Would you concur that Siddhartha possessed a virtuous character and was a good person? Do you believe he had the potential to become a great and wise king? Contemplating these points, one might question whether it's worthwhile to encourage our children to emulate Siddhartha. On the other hand, there could be concerns that such values may not be practical in our modern world. What if my children's kindness makes them vulnerable to bullying at school? But it's crucial not to mix up kindness with weakness. It's important to recognize that kindness can be as powerful as a lion when the situation demands it. Consider, for instance, the story of Siddhartha fearlessly protecting the swan's life, even in the presence of Devadatta wielding a weapon. That's certainly a compelling example of how kindness can be a powerful force in humanity. Also, due to his kindness, he refrained from responding to Devadatta's malicious intent with any form of violence or unkind actions. Instead, he proposed that they both seek counsel from a wise sage. We all have a natural inclination for happiness and seek the companionship of virtuous individuals. Therefore, it makes perfect sense to instill good values and a positive character in our young ones. After all, they are all integral part of our family and will play a significant role in our lives. As parents or teachers, it's our profound responsibility to impart moral principles to our children and guide them onto the virtuous path in life. It's akin to equipping them with a GPS for life. Do recall the story of Prince Siddhartha, where his equanimity and kindness garnered not only the admiration of people from near and far, but also the unwavering loyalty of Channa. When Siddhartha made the momentous decision to set out on his profound quest for enlightenment, it was Channa who remained steadfastly by his side when no one else did. A true and loyal friend indeed. So what are the cherished values in Buddhism that we should impart to our children? To begin with, it's essential to teach our children the concept of right and wrong. By doing so, we help them develop into respectable members of society. We want to ensure they don't become the ones who turn respectable into the wrong kind of wow. Buddhism also places great importance on kindness, compassion, equanimity, non-violence, and truthfulness. When we instill these values in our children, we are essentially conveying the message that resorting to violence, like a karate chop, is not the answer to every problem. This not only keeps them away from trouble, but also guarantees that they develop into individuals with kind hearts. Compassion, on the other hand, is all about extending a helping hand. And let's be frank, a world with more helping hands and fewer sticky fingers is undeniably a better place. Let's not overlook truthfulness, which, much like the North Star, acts as a guiding influence for our moral compass. To sum it up, imparting good values to our children isn't just making our family life a warm and fuzzy Hallmark movie, though that's a bonus. It's about equipping them for a world where they can lead happy, fulfilling, respectable, and harmonious lives. So hold Siddhartha's teachings close to your heart and your reservoir of wisdom in your back pocket as you set out on the journey of parenthood or as an educator. And always keep in mind that it's never too soon to begin planting the seeds of compassion, truthfulness, and kindness in the fertile soil of our children's minds. Hey friends, thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you've enjoyed our exploration of the inspiring stories of the Buddha's life, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our upcoming episodes. Your support means the world to us, so please give us a thumbs up and share this video with those who might find it inspiring. Keep the inspiration alive, and we'll be here, ready to continue delving into more remarkable stories from the life of the Buddha. See ya and take care.